Episode 10, Mr. and Mrs. the podcast. This is a hot seat episode. We are just going to be our sporadic selves and hopefully entertain you. Okay, what's new with me? What's new with us? Nicole loves doing these. I feel like nobody cares / should care.
Have you done research? Have you seen what performs?
To other people. But anyhow, I am on the first chapter of the book I'm writing. Called Finding Dad, about my father, about fathers, about growing up and, you know, kind of your perception of fathers and then what you go through, the image you develop, you know, dealing with ups and downs and then ultimately losing your dad. The book is very emotional as I'm writing it. It's funny because it's not really an emotional setting or tone. I guess maybe it is. I don't know. But writing a book, especially if it's about your life, can be pretty emotional. That's what I learned. And, like, I'm going back to my childhood to explain, like, my grandmother, my grandpa. And it's pretty interesting. You actually, like, learn a lot about yourself, you know, because you're kind of writing from a bird's eye view. But hopefully we have that on the big-ass calendar. Hopefully that'll drop before 2025. Got to find an editor. If you're an editor and you're watching, please hit me up. I need help, desperate help.
Can we talk about what the big ass calendar is?
Yeah, of course.
I've been following Jesse Itzler for probably like 2 years now. And I saw a bunch of ads, which I didn't even see him post about it until after I bought it. But I saw a bunch of ads where people had this big ass calendar and it was literally the whole year on one page and it's big. And the whole concept around it is that you plan out your year, but like the big stuff, not like your Zoom calls, not like meetings that you have. It's just the big stuff that you want to get done, any goals. And so I decided to get it for us because I feel like 2024 is going to be a really big year for us in general. I'm normally into that kind of stuff, but just with like the baby and the podcast and all of that, I thought it would be a good idea to like set goals and timelines because his whole message is if it's not on your calendar, if you don't make time for it, you're not going to do it. And I think statistically, he talks about how it's proven. If it's not written down, you don't have a plan or a date and stuff, it's like less likely to get done.
That makes sense.
When we got it, though, it was actually a lot harder to fill it out than we thought because we had to like think about our goals and
because it's a whole year right in front of your eyes. It's definitely cool because the day we did it, I was like, wait. You know, me trying to finish this book about my dad is before 2025. So I started, right? It kind of throws you into like work mode.
Yeah, you put a due date on it. And I feel like ever since we put a due date on it, you've been working on it like every single night.
Mm-hmm. And the podcast too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good thing. Jesse's big ass calendar.
Mm-hmm. They have it in pink, which I didn't know. I would have gotten it in pink.
The good thing about this calendar, guys, is it lets you see the whole year before your eyes. So if you look at it probably like once a week or you'll remember like, shit, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it kind of helps you hold yourself accountable, right? Because we know Mr. and Mrs. don't play no New Year's resolutions, right? So it's basically a way to keep up with your New Year's resolutions if you have made any. But
yeah. And also like for example, vacations for us, like I really want to put, especially with like a baby coming and stuff, like I know there was like a fight that you really wanted to go to pre me getting pregnant and stuff. If we have that on our calendar, we have time to like prepare. Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot harder for us to plan 2 days away when we have a newborn. And do we bring the newborn and help, or do we leave the baby and go for just like 2 days? So we don't know. So that gives us time to be like, okay, this is coming up in like 2 months, 3 months. How do we like plan? Who do we need to talk to? That kind of thing. And also a lot of people probably get 2 to 3 weeks of vacation time a year and they want to plan stuff with their families. And if they don't start planning now or say, okay, this is the time that we need off, last minute they might do just like a staycation or something smaller because they didn't plan it ahead of time. They couldn't coordinate the dates ahead of time. So I don't know. I watched a lot of videos on it and I think it could be very, very helpful.
That fight, by the way, is Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. It's going to be fireworks.
When is that?
And I have to go. It's in, I think, July. I mean,
you're like delusional
if
if you think you're going
anyone
without me.
listening knows info about the tickets or whatnot, I've been looking. They haven't been on sale, but I know their tickets that once they go on sale, they're going to be sold out
Immediately.
So we'll see.
When is that?
It's July something. I forget. I gotta have to look. We have to put it on the big ass calendar.
Yeah, we do. April, May, June, July.
Vegas, baby, we coming. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Our baby's gonna be 3 months old. Do you think we're gonna end up flying with the baby and like need help, or we're
not bringing the baby to Vegas to a Conor McGregor fight?
Not to the fight, babes. You would obviously like leave him at the hotel with my mom or something, or do we leave the baby but we only go like literally 2 days?
Well, let's check it out if we could even get tickets, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, but that's stuff we need to start thinking about now.
Plus, if nosebleed tickets are like $1,500, I'll probably watch it somewhere else at home.
We'll just have a big ass party
Yes.
and put that on the big ass calendar.
Yeah,
and that'll be fun. I love watching.
Either way, something epic has to happen that night. Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. It's gonna.
Yeah. So if you guys like them and you're local, hit us up. We'll throw a party and a watch party, a viewing party.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Wait, but so who are you going for? Because every time we talk about this,
I have to by default go with Conor McGregor.
But why?
Just because he's my favorite. It's
yeah.
Back in the day, Mike Tyson when he fought Riddick Bowe, it's like I kind of in the back of my mind felt like Riddick Bowe was gonna win, but my dad was like, "No, we're Tyson fans. You have to." So I rooted for Tyson, so I'm rooting for Conor. I just personally think, because I follow Michael Chandler, the way the guy trains is fucking insane. He trains for success. And then I also follow Conor, and he just be drinking Jameson. Or not Jameson, I'm sorry, Proper 12. He just be fucking on a yacht somewhere drinking mimosas.
Babe, social media is fake. He's doing that to promote his liquor.
I get it. Well, Chandler's doing a way better job of promoting his workout.
Fight.
Yeah.
But I think that could also be like a marketing tactic. Like they're getting you so intrigued by like, why is this dude partying? Why is this dude working out? It's going to be a really good fight. And then boom, surprise, like Conor's going to win because he's just putting on a show on social media.
He also is a marketing genius, but he likes to do stuff like that where he throws you off. And then when he gets in the ring and he looks better than he ever looked.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably like just a marketing tactic for him, and he's really smart. People are probably like, oh my God, he's gonna die, he's gonna whatever, and then he's gonna come out and like be like, I was training the whole time, but he has a business, he has a liquor to sell.
True. So does Chandler. He's got a tequila now. He sent it to Ed Milet.
I love him. Speaking of baby, I'm in my 3rd trimester officially. I told him to congratulate me this morning.
Congratulations, mi amor. You're doing a great job, by the way. You wouldn't even think Nicole was pregnant, minus the
complaining
mood swings and the emotional roller coasters.
Do you think I've been having mood swings and like emotional?
The first trimester, yes. You had. The first trimester was bad.
Yeah, I hated you for sure.
Yeah, every day.
But we Googled it and it said it was normal.
Contemplated jumping off a cliff.
You or me?
I did. I mean, maybe you did too, but... Yeah, you were an emotional wreck. Okay. Yesterday I was texting you about it, and I noticed that we have 12 weeks left. 3 months sounds way better than 12 weeks.
I know. It sounded so crazy, and then Nick started panicking, and he literally does not give a shit about, like, the small things like furniture or, like, diapers, getting nesting. Everyone's like, oh, are you nesting? I'm like, no, I'm not nesting. I have, like... no desire to do that and like pack drawers with diapers and like everything I need. I've had zero desire. And then yesterday when I saw 12 weeks, I was like, oh my God, like this is why people are asking me. And then one of our friends, both of his kids came a month early. I was like, oh my God, if my 3 months turns into 2 months, that's like a whole 30 days that I am like, thought I had to extra.
Right.
To wait.
Nicole put a little bit of pressure on me for the nursery. If this isn't done at this date, and then we got it done, and then it was like, hey, did you order the crib? Crickets. Did you order, the bassinet? Crickets. So we'll get on that.
But that's a little bit, the crib and stuff, it is like the shipping and everything from those stores takes a little bit longer and stuff. But everything that I looked at yesterday said it'll get here before April. And the baby doesn't need a crib until like 6 months. But everything will be here before the baby.
I get it. My advice to people would just be when you just do it, just buy the stuff, get it in there.
How many months have I been looking for furniture though?
Long time.
Yeah, a long time. It's just that I'm very indecisive and there's so many cute setups. Like I don't know what I want to do yet. And you threw me off when you went with the green instead of the black.
Got it.
Because I already had everything picked out and then you switched up the colors on me.
Noted.
But it looks great, so it's fine.
Looks fire.
Do we want to talk about adulting first? Because I have some stuff I want to talk about. Or I have a kind of a funny topic.
Adulting. Don't we talk about adulting a lot? I feel like every episode we're talking about adulting.
Yes, but shit that we go through. Like one of the things I wrote down was my Easy Pass bill. Warn the people. Tell them to call. Give them valuable information.
So Easy Pass for New York State is a complete scam, right?
Should I tell them what happened to me first?
Well, I'll explain it. So they have a system, right? And everybody says, oh, Cap, you're always got conspiracy theories. No, this is not a fucking conspiracy theory if it's a fact and it's a truth and it's happened to me. Conspiracy theories are things and Nicole, and numerous people I've known. Anyways, Easy Pass has a system where it's not Easy Pass, the New York State, for the tolls. They fired all the people, got rid of all these poor people's jobs, and then set up a system where it scans your car when you go through. So what it does is it scans your car. Let's say you go through, I don't know, January 1. That bill is due February 1. New York State has a way of mailing you that bill, and for some reason it doesn't get to your house till like January 30, let's say. Your average person has shit to do. They're not rushing to pay a fucking dollar bill, whatever it is, $2.
Can I just say, though, that, like, the mail, like, adulting part of what I think is hard is mail. Because every credit card bill, your mortgage bill, your car, your phone, whatever, everything you can do paperless. And if you don't do paperless, I hate you. Do paperless. I hate when at my mom's house, she gets all these bills and everything's, like, bills and just, like, marketing stuff. And I'm like, this is such a waste of paper because we just grab everything and throw it out. So number one, I feel like a lot of people just don't even check their mail anymore. Like our mail sits in there for a few days before we even get it. I feel
a lot of people don't check it, but the paperless is a good option for those who are structured and actually go into their credit cards, go into their mortgage statements and see what's happening. Because
or auto pay.
Auto pay, of course. You have to put everything on auto pay. 90% of the people I speak to that have lower credit or missed payments, it's just because their stuff wasn't on auto pay. Yes, but you have to also be educated, especially with credit cards. You have to go on, see if there's any interest charges, see if there's any weird, payments or
fees.
Fees. You have to look at that. So go paperless if you're strategic like that and you go online and check that stuff. If you're not, it's probably good for Adela because I'm sure she could break open a bill if she gets it and read it.
Yeah, I don't know if she does this anymore, but for the longest time, she still cuts checks, writes people checks. She still writes.
People still write checks though.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God. I literally rather die. I don't even have checks, I don't think.
Checks are as close to cash as it gets. And if someone you can't swipe for a contractor, you just write them a check.
I make fun of you because every time you come home, there's you empty your pockets and you always throw cash on
that's
credenza or in the kitchen counter, and I'm like, why do you have cash? It's
it's my lotto numbers.
Weird to me.
It's my lotto money, and when that runs out, I stop playing.
Yeah, well, what do you mean you have cash all the time? It never runs
out. Back to because we got into the weeds a little bit. New York State has a scam where they will mail you a toll bill, and by the time you get it and pay it, it's going to be late, so they're going to add an additional fee. Because it's due, and they just have a way, and I've numerous people I know, including my beautiful fiance, have fell victim to this scam, where basically that $5 toll, right, will then turn into $150 toll because the fees that they charge are $50, $60. I remember
it was $100
when I got scammed by them, I'm just going to keep saying scam. When I got scammed by them, what's his name? Kumo or Andrew?
Is that who it
the
is?
Mayor?
The
Yeah.
governor?
If he
Mayor?
has any real backing info, it's not a scam, then hit us up. I had one I got mailed. It was like $350. And I looked it up saying $350 fucking dollars. What's this? It was, the tolls were like $30 and the fees, the rest of it
It's
was
like
fees.
hundreds.
Yeah, so get an Easy Pass. Don't do the mail by tolls. You will get scammed. You will owe a ton of dollars. Thank me later.
But, babe, I remember I went on the computer because you told me that, and I was applying for the Easy Pass because I've had an Easy Pass in like my other cars, and the system was down. I tried it multiple times. So by the like third time I tried it, and I was like, maybe it went through, and like the website's not giving me a confirmation page. I ended up getting a bill that was like $300, and then you were like, you need to call. You're not paying that. Like you have to call whatever. And then I didn't call. And then like a week later, I got one that was like $600.
Yeah, here's the other loophole. You ever went to New York, maybe like a deli, you needed a sandwich, you walked in, guy's got an attitude, you know, let me get a turkey and cheese with lettuce and mayo. And he's like, yeah, all right, I get to it when I get to it. That's kind of the vibe for all of New York customer service. I'm from New York, so I could talk that way. And Easy Pass is the worst service. Their system's always down. You have to call in. If you call in, you're going to be on the phone for an hour and a half. You have to basically tell them, hey, these tolls are like $50. Why is this bill $350? Sign me up for Easy Pass and please waive these fees. And they will. All power to them. But that is another loophole. You have to call in, stay on the phone for about an hour and a half. That's why I said just sign up for Easy Pass if you're hearing this and this hasn't happened to you and you don't travel to New York often, because it will happen to you the minute you travel to New York and do not have an Easy Pass.
My biggest piece of advice is if you already have a expensive bill, call them, because
that's what I just said.
Yeah, they ended up letting me pay.
Call them.
Like, I didn't even sign up for Easy Pass though on the phone, but they ended up letting me pay like, I think like $150 or $200 instead of the $600, like $50 that I.
If you are someone suffering from mails by toll due to the New York State, you have to call in, sign up for Easy Pass.
They didn't make me sign up.
Ask them to waive the fees. They don't make you sign up, but if you tell them, I want to sign up for Easy Pass, you need to waive these fees. These are ridiculous. They're usually 9 times out of 10 very cool. Waive the fees. You pay that. Boom. You get the Easy Pass.
Boom.
Bong.
Bong. Great.
Should have been bong and then boom.
I have a question. Can I get in legal trouble if I get pulled over and I still have my Dallas plates even though I've been living here for over a year?
Is that car still registered in Dallas?
C.
Nah, you can't get in legal trouble. The guy, obviously, they're going to say, hey, what's up with the Dallas license plates? And then your story is going to be, you know, you used to live there, haven't change it over. And then they'll probably give you a written warning or something. Hey, all right, you got to, if you live in Connecticut.
You only have 6 months to do it, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you're a girl, so cops are naturally nicer to women. You'll get a slap on the wrist, and then they'll tell you to change the license plate. But if it's still registered, technically no. But it is a reason for a cop to pull you over, right? Cops look for out-of-state plates. But no, legally, no, not the first time. If you keep getting pulled over and it, you know, stretches out, eventually maybe you can get a ticket. But as long as it's registered in that state, I really don't see the bad thing about it.
Are you ever gonna let me be on your insurance? Knowing how many tickets and speeding and phone tickets I've gotten?
If you went on my insurance, it would quadruple, right? Because you're paying out the yin yang right now.
Well,
I guess the answer is no.
That, but is it because I have a newer car?
It's because you have points against your license and several speed tickets.
But didn't you try to go get a new car and they said your insurance was going to be similar? In the words of your mom,
that's why Nicole has a collection of the tickets. It's because of tickets. It's because of speeding tickets. It's because of everything that you do erratic behind the wheel that follows you for life. And unfortunately, insurance is another scam, especially car insurance. it takes 7 years or something to clear.
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember our first trip to the airport and I got pulled over? Wait, was that our first?
Yeah, when we were driving to Cali. Yeah, Nicole's doing like 180. New York cop pulls over. Remember, he was like, "Get the fuck on the side."
Well, because I didn't know, and Nick was so not helpful. I didn't know if he was pulling me over, and then he starts screaming at me.
New York cops are different.
Savage.
They will get in your ass. They will talk to you like a child or a criminal.
Was he mean when he came over?
He was like, he just was moody. He looked like he needed to get laid or something. He was just very moody. And
we had a flight. We actually almost missed our flight that day.
Yes, that's why you were speeding, because we were trying to catch the flight. It's so funny when a cop pulls you over speeding and you go, "Officer, I'm about to miss my flight." They're like,
they don't give a fuck. Can we talk about a recent disagreement that we had and how we resolved it? Well, I don't really know if we resolved it, but I wanted to talk about this.
You can.
Okay. So when you have plans, you have a lot of work events, networking events, mortgage expos, the holiday stuff. You're very last minute about letting me know like when these are happening. And so you just had one that was like the mortgage expo that was at the casino that was really far that you go to every year and you normally stay the night there. I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to ask people if I'm right or you're wrong.
Okay.
Or if you're right and I'm wrong with this. So I was upset because you did tell me about having this event, but it's the day before / the day of, and you didn't know if you were going to stay over or not.
I didn't want to stay over.
But why?
Just because I wanted to come home. I don't like waking up early morning, right, hungover, and have to drive back an hour and a half from the casino when I needed to be doing shit at 8 a.m. So for me, I wanted to come home. You're pregnant. I mean, I think it's
so cute.
Also the best thing to do, but I wanted to be home.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you think that it's kind of annoying, though, that you wouldn't say, like, I'm either coming home or I'm not coming home? You were like, I don't really know what I'm doing yet.
The thing about me is I'm a very nice guy. I'm a people pleaser.
To who?
And Nicole, right, what you tend to do is just analyze the shit out of everything I say, do, whatever. I told you I had no intentions of staying there, but I had a hotel room. Mm-hmm. You just want either or. And I said, I'm coming home. You couldn't see me coming home. Somewhere in your brain couldn't see me not drinking too much and driving back home. But the thing is, guess what? I drove back home and I made it home, and it was 2 a.m. and I told you it was going to be very late when I got home.
No, well, I didn't mind if you slept over, and I didn't mind like that you got home late. My whole thing was, okay, if you just tell me, hey babe, I have this, like last year we were together. You were like, I have this event, I'm sleeping there, like see you in the morning or whatever. This year, if you said that, I would be like, okay, I know he's sleeping there. Like I don't have really anything to worry about. I know you're sleeping there. I'm good. When you don't tell me, I'm in bed and I'm like, okay, he might text me in an hour, like he's coming home, or he might text me in an hour, he's staying there, and so every hour I'm like, is he coming? Do I have to worry about him driving now? Do I have to worry about him drinking now? Or you could have just said, I'm sleeping there, and then I don't have to worry about anything. I know you're safe and like you're good to go. I'll see you in the morning. I already know the plan. Versus at night, now I'm like, oh, he's either staying or coming home. I don't know. I'm waking up every hour and I'm just like, okay, he might text me that he's coming home, or I might get a text and be like, oh my God, I had too many drinks. Like I have to stay. Whatever. Either way, I wouldn't care what you did. I just wanted to know. So then I just like know what's going on.
Right. I would understand that. But I texted you, I think every hour, hey, plan's still the same. I'm coming home.
But that doesn't mean anything to me when the plan can change the next hour.
Yeah, because I was watching what I was doing. The plan wasn't going to change. I was watching what I was drinking. I started drinking water, and my intentions were to come home. For me to just be like, hey, I'm not coming home, staying there, it wouldn't have really happened. But I get it, and I will fix it for you next time.
It's not that you have to fix it. I just think that it's easier on me, and we can have like different opinions on this. If you just say, hey, I'm coming home, that's the plan. Not, hey, I really want to come home, but I might stay, but I might go, but I'm going to bring an extra change of clothes just in case. That to me is like, okay, I have no idea what he's doing. So then I worry as like your partner.
I also am dependent on the fun that I would be having at the event. In the past, I've had a lot of fun at those events and ended up staying. I'm someone that's kind of up in the air, like, damn, if it gets too fun and we're hanging out and I don't want to leave, I do want to have the leniency of just crashing and just being like, I'll see you tomorrow. You don't roll like that, you know?
No, but like you don't roll like that anymore because you used to do that when you were single. Now you can't just be like, hey, I got too drunk and stayed out.
The marriage/dating blues.
We're not married yet. So who's right and wrong?
Because you don't want to marry me.
Yes, Nicholas, moving on. Okay, this is a very random topic, but I was doing research on the most controversial topics, and this came up. Phone etiquette in the bathroom. What are your thoughts on bringing your cell phone into the bathroom?
If you're going to do something productive, which nobody probably does when they're using their phone in the bathroom. Are you joking?
You're going to tell me you don't just like scroll Instagram while you're in the bathroom?
Yeah, but I don't think you should. I try not to. If I bring my phone in the bathroom, it's to play music when I'm showering. I don't think people should bring their phone in the bathroom. Your phone goes with you every friggin' where these days. So why not just give it a rest? Why not?
I'm going to have to call you out on this. I feel like you're lying to our audience. You bring your phone in the bathroom all the time.
That's not true.
Yeah, yes, you do. And when you've left it out, you've come back out, gotten your phone, and then gone back in.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Did you bring your phone in the bathroom? And if I am
bringing my phone in the bathroom,
that's when you see all the memes that I send you. Is when you're in the bathroom.
Okay, yes. Then I usually bring it for the shower. Sometimes look at it when I'm in the bathroom. I guess it's equivalent to reading the newspaper while you're on the toilet.
Yes, it's just a digital feed instead of a newspaper. But I feel like you're so not being honest because I feel like
what are we even talking about? Phone edit? What does that mean?
Yes. Like some people, I looked up controversial topics and it said
phone etiquette.
Okay, that's what it's called, Nicholas. But just
that would mean how to behave with your phone while you're in the bathroom.
Phone etiquette is just phone etiquette. So like, how do you behave with your phone? And then it's like when it comes to the bathroom. What are your thoughts on bringing your phone to the bathroom? I bring my phone in the bathroom all the time.
Yeah, okay,
I could pee and bring my phone in the bathroom. It takes 2 seconds, and I am still bringing my phone.
It's a bad habit. You should.
Why do you think it's a bad habit?
It should be people's alone time. People have their phone enough.
Interesting, because you don't do that. Do you answer calls on the toilet?
Depending on who it is. If it's like my brother, right? I mean, if it's someone close. Yeah.
So only if it's like someone close.
Kadra used to like call me all the time when he was on the toilet. It's funny.
I mean, that you said if it's being productive, that's being productive. They're habit stacking.
If it's family or friends.
Multitasking.
Mm-hmm. Do you pick up calls on the toilet?
I don't pick up calls on the toilet, but I definitely use my phone. But I feel like that's like more like a girl thing because you're like, oh my God. Or I don't know, maybe like you said, I overanalyze everything. So I'm like, oh my God, they're going to know I'm on the toilet. Not that they really would. But
I tell them I'm on the toilet.
Do you really? How does that come up in conversation?
What do you mean? Because people, if they call you, what are you doing? Pooping?
No, you don't. Are you serious? I've heard. No, you don't say that to people.
So now you're in the bathroom with me while I'm using the
bathroom?
No,
but I hear you. I've heard you be on the phone while you're
in
the bathroom.
Now you're listening to me? So you're
yes, that's why I know that you're
stalking
lying. Me. No, I'm sitting in the living room and you're in the downstairs bathroom.
Don't watch me. Watch TV.
I am, but I've heard you answer phone calls. I don't know that you tell people. I don't really hear what you're saying, but I know that you answer phone calls on the toilet. Do we have any weird pet names? Not really, right?
Like that we call each other?
Mm-hmm. Just babes, right? What do you call me? Nicole?
I mean, that's your first name.
Yeah, but I never call you Nick unless I'm like
I call you
annoyed.
Booby. I call you Boops.
Me or the dog? I don't even know if you call me. You call me and the dogs the same stuff, so.
Yeah, it's all just cute talk. I don't have any pet names specific to you, but I will think of one.
I don't need one. I was just wondering. Our go-to guilty pleasure TV show is Shameless right now.
Yeah.
Would you recommend Shameless to everyone?
Yeah, Shameless is fantastic. It's not really parental advisory, right? Or it is parental advisory. It's a really friggin' hilarious show, and it's written extremely well, and it's very realistic. Nicole's never been through that stuff, so she's like, this can never be happening. I know people that are every one of those characters. It's a good show. It's really long, and it's very cringe, a lot of this stuff.
When we first started watching it, Nick was like, this is 11 seasons. Like, we're never going to get through this. And then everyone that he's talked to was like, we stopped watching it at season 6, season 7. And Nick's like, do you think we're going to get through it? I'm like, we're literally on season 10 already.
9? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're definitely getting through it. We already are on season 9. And it hasn't gotten boring because it's like there's always like so much crazy shit happening. That's why I feel like it's not real, because it's like, but I guess if people have lives like that, like, oh my God, I'm sorry.
I'm looking forward to that Griselda series that's coming out.
The 25th, right?
January 25th. Yeah.
With Sophia.
Dope. Yeah.
It's going to be so good. I love it. Thank God we like shows similar to that. But you also like, it's funny because we have very similar taste in like Netflix shows when it comes to that. But then you also like to like YouTube wolves in the wild and like.
Yes, I love watching National Geographic.
And that's so not it for me. I'm like a true crime SVU. There's
it's
an
interesting.
SVU.
It's just interesting. I read about them also.
They're cute, I guess.
So I read last night that an alpha male, which is the top wolf, you know how he basically starts dating or marries his omega, because the omegas are the women bosses, is once they find them, they bite them in their scent glands.
Where's that?
I don't know. I just read it last night. I was like, what? Like, once they find the omega, they bite.
Where do you think the scent gland is? Wolves?
I don't know.
What kind of animals?
Oh, just put omega scent glands. Where is it? They bite down on their scent gland, and then it says,
what animal are you talking about?
A wolf.
Okay.
Maron.
I don't know.
I'm literally talking about wolves. Alpha and omega is wolves only.
I don't know.
So you
can't
need to
men
brush up
be
on
alphas?
your National Geographic.
No, I don't. Men can be alphas.
What? That comes from a wolf hierarchy. That's from wolves. Anyways, that's the only time the omega can bite the alpha male back on his scent glands to mark that they're together.
Oh, it's on the back of the leg.
Wow, that must hurt.
By their butt. You do that to me all the time.
Imagine you meet someone and just now we're together. I love wolves.
More than, oh yeah, that's what you always watch, right?
No,
Why do I say it funny? Wolves?
I might like lions better, but lions and wolves are up there.
Wolves. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions to end the show with, and I don't think you're gonna get. You might get one right. Well, you're gonna get one right. I already know who it is. Okay. Who is Kylie Jenner's baby daddy?
Travis Scott.
Oh wow. Okay, you're gonna get a few right. Who is Kim Kardashian's baby daddy?
Don't she got more than one? No. Kanye West, I know, but.
Who is Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy?
Lamar Odom?
Wrong.
Tristan Thompson?
Oh my God, you're getting all these right. This you're definitely going to get wrong. Who is Kourtney Kardashian's baby daddy?
Which one's she?
She has 2, so I'll give you that.
Is she the one who dated Lamar Odom?
No. That was Khloe.
Travis Barker and that dude Scott?
Yes, how do you know this? Who is
I
Kendall
don't know.
Jenner's baby daddy?
Kendall Jenner. Is she? I don't know who she is. I feel like I don't know that one. That one I wouldn't.
That's okay because she doesn't have a baby daddy. I can't believe you got all of those right. You like pretend to not know the Kardashians.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
You know all of their baby daddies.
No, you just see it everywhere. It's all over the place.
Who is Kylie Jenner dating right now?
I don't know. Who cares?
You obviously know everything about them.
I
You
don't
know
give
every
a
single one of
shit.
their
I
baby
know
daddies.
that because it's old news and I've seen it. I don't keep up with the Kardashians. They don't pay my
Sounds
bills.
like you do.
I don't. Sounds like they're everywhere and you can't even dodge it. Most people would know that shit.
That's true.
Thanks for listening, guys. Episode 10. Wow. Episode 10. We come a long way. Thank you for listening.
21 on the big ass calendar because that's a milestone for us.
Yep. Thank you for listening to the Mr. and Mrs. podcast. We love you guys. Comment, like, share, subscribe. How you doing?